questions, good questions. Well, guys, LEGO are back with their latest superhero adventure. Are you ready to Hulk out?
Oh, it's gonna be awesome.
He is ready to lead. And our force, our Chitauri, will follow.
Send in the Iron Legion.
LEGO Marvel Avengers is the latest superhero-themed LEGO game, and a spin-off to LEGO Marvel Superheroes. The main story quest follows both Avengers films, as well as various scenes from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, such as Captain America.
Born to victory on the wings of the Valkyrie!
However, as most of these films are rated M, lots of spawnlings probably haven't seen them.
Yeah, and not seeing the film can make the experience less fun. I mean, half the fun of these games is seeing a scene that you recognise from the films and reliving it in LEGO form.
Yeah, I agree. And if you don't already know what's going on, it can be hard to follow LEGO's goofy retelling. 1 minute you're fixing the helicarrier in Avengers 2 Age of Ultron. The next you're ziplining to a train as Captain America. That being said, the game is bursting with that trademark LEGO charm. Everything is designed to be as silly and fun as possible, and it's a joy to see that kind of positivity.
I assume the whole place is surrounded.
Just you and me.
Who are you?
Yeah, and collecting studs is as satisfying as ever. My favourite moment, in fact, was playing as Tony Stark and destroying everything in my own penthouse apartment. Ah, yes! Oh, the destruction! Ah! Have a bit of this! The Chaos Hex!
Yes, or breaking all of the expensive equipment in the SHIELD helicarrier. Take that! And that!
Each scene has been carefully recreated from the films, but unfortunately there's a bit too much messiness to it all. Shaky cameras or busy environments sometimes cloud your next objective, leaving you scratching your head.
I know what you mean, Darren. There were times where I couldn't figure out what was important and what wasn't, so I was just left stuck for ages.
Oh, affirmative. The game also introduces mechanics without properly explaining them, which really grinds my gears. For example, Tony Stark can call for an Iron Man suit by holding triangle, but the game never tells you that. In the end, I had to look up a guide. I felt positively human.
Oh, how awful for you, Darren. Well, I admit I got stuck too, trying to activate Loki's scepter, because you had to activate the same terminal several times to make the right events trigger.
Access granted.
Which was not obvious at all.
Yeah, the puzzles in LEGO games have always been a bit clunky. One thing that they're finally improving on, though, is the combat. There's some new combat mechanics now, such as combo moves. You occasionally get a prompt to do a unique move, devastating the enemies around you. They change depending on the pairing, and mostly look really cool.
Yeah, and it's a nice addition to the gameplay and keeps the game feeling fresh. They've also mixed it up with things like this flying section, which was such a delightful surprise.
The story missions also only make up about 20% of the game, with plenty of open-world exploring to do afterwards. You can revisit each area to do quests, collect gold bricks, participate in races, and free Stan Lee, the founder of Marvel Comics.
Thank you for saving your Generalissimo, Brigadiers.
Oh, a number of new locations also open up, such as Asgard.
Plus, there are a massive amount of characters to unlock, and they all have unique abilities. Hawkeye has explosive arrows. Black Widow can stealthily go invisible and scan the environment. And Iron Man can melt gold with his laser beam.
Lasers!
Most of the main characters feel useful and pretty fun to play.
Lasers.
There's a good variety of obstacles that require a specific hero to unlock. But I didn't always feel quite like a superhero while playing. The combat was very similar between characters, and you don't really get that sense of power. but it's still pretty cool running around as all your favourite characters.
We reviewed this on PS4, but the game has been released on virtually every platform. However, the handheld version is a bit different, with alternate maps and missions. But what did you two think of this PS4 version overall?
Well, I think the story does leave a bit to be desired, especially if you haven't seen the films. However, there's heaps of hours and fun to be had in this open world, so I'm going to give it 3.5 out of 5 rubber chickens.
Yeah, look, the game isn't as polished as I would have liked, but it's still very charming, and smashing studs is always fun, so I'm giving it 3 out of 5 rubber chickens.